Hey everyone, Derek here, and this is take 2. Now, I say take 2, normally I like done is better than perfect, but ran out of storage, spoke for 15 minutes and completely left. But today, what I'm gonna be doing is gonna be starting this new series for you. So every Monday I'm gonna be doing a video, a little bit longer form video for those that wanna listen, and we'll be posting it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, website, wherever we kind of are through there, and just kind of give you tips and tricks and some information on how you can live better and things that you guys want to hear as well that we've gotten over the past year. And yeah, so we'll call it something Mondays. Let me know what you think it should be called. Marvelous Mondays, Magical Mondays. I'll let you guys decide. But today we're gonna be talking, well, I guess everybody's talking about this right now. I was a bit hesitant to do it, but I figured people are going to be doing it anyway. I feel like people need probably a little bit more information than what's kind of out there. So there's a lot of people, when we set goals, let's talk about setting goals and intentions and resolutions for the new year. And I think there's some great thought and heart behind why people wanted to do it, because they want to change something in their life. But I forget the percentage, it was like 90-something% of people fail within the first, I think it's by Australia Day or something like that. Well, which is not good, especially if you're gonna try doing something. And it's, a lot to do with follow through, and a lot to do with our neurology, and a lot to do with, just if we actually want it. And I think we as people get caught in the trap of dreaming really, really big, but then not wanting to do the work behind it, which is fine, but you're not gonna get anywhere if you're not gonna do the work. And there's law of attraction, but you still have to do the steps and get yourself amongst things to kind of make it happen. So today I'm going to be talking about, first of all, why I don't like resolutions and why I like intentions more, why I don't like yearly planning, and I take that with a grain of salt. I prefer more a 12-week plan, and how you can make your neurology work for you so you can get the most out of your goals through there. Yeah, cool. So let's talk about resolutions and intentions. So typical New Year's resolution is, particularly after eating a big Christmas meal, is, I want to be fit. I want to lose weight this year. I want to do this. And it's a bit wishy-washy, to be fair. And also it sets us up for a little bit of failure, because if we don't achieve it, it's kind of telling our body that we don't want it anyway, and it's fine, we'll just push it to the side, and they get lost to the side. I think people should start focusing on is more intentions. Now, intentions are, certain things, what the intent that you want to put on to the year. Like, I want to, how can I word this incorrectly? I just don't, my intent for the year is to be happier. My intent for the year is to be more productive. It's kind of an overarching theme to your goals as well. So not so much it's the goal, it's kind of this is the type of person I want to be, and the goals that kind of go along to help you, push you towards that direction. Kind of like a guiding light, a GPS signal, and I'll talk about the GPS signal when we get into goals as well. Now, yearly goals, they're good. Don't get me wrong, we need to set goals. The brain doesn't work that far in advance, and we tend to, well, if you're like me, leave things to the last moment, and then you scramble, and then you may not reach your goal. So that's why I like to break it up into 12 weeks. And now, have you ever read, I suggest you guys reading or listening to the 12-week year. I can't remember the author's name, but I'll post it in the comments or the description above or below. And basically what it is basically splitting your year up into 4 years. So you have a lot more, it's a condensed time, you can get a lot more done. The research that they've done with that has shown people get a lot more done. Particularly they work a lot with like big exec jobs, so people making a lot more money doing that. And the reality is your brain can't hold that much information over the year. If you condense it down to 12-week cycles, it's a bit more direct, and you guys can kind of work at it a bit better. And it's kind of the body works in 12-week cycles. That's why here in particular we use the 12-week cycle of how the body regenerates and heals, because majority of the body, the cells in the body, tend to regenerate after 12 weeks. So that's a new version of you every 12 weeks. So if you imagine a new version of you, new goals every 12 weeks, makes sense, doesn't it? Now, I say 12 weeks, it's more 13 because you kind of need to plan in the beginning and then go through it at the end. But we'll say 12 weeks through there. So big thing I want kind of everyone to do, if you haven't done this already, might be worth getting a notebook out, getting your phone up, writing into whatever app you like to use. I personally like to use Notion. Just what are your dreams for your life? You don't have to be specific if you don't really know, because where do you want to go? Kind of paint that picture, what it looks like, tastes like, feel like. Kind of hold that imagery in. And this is why vision boards work really, really well, because it kind of makes part of the brain, the RAS, the reticular articulating system, kind of focus on those things as well. So if you keep looking at it, you'll be seeing it a lot more. It's kind of like good example, we just recently bought a new car. Was it some type of blue, I forget what it is, Sportage. And we were looking at it, we're tossing up between the blue, the silver, and the red. And all we saw for a good couple weeks was Sportages everywhere. I didn't realize how many Sportages were on the coast. And then we started seeing all the blue Sportages. And I think, seeing those cars kind of, helped us make that decision as well. And it works just the same with goals. So if you have something on your phone, on the board, and if you don't like vision boards, well, it's neurology, it's simple neurology. Too bad? I don't know. Do something else. Write it down, whatever works best for you to kind of keep seeing it every day. That's why vision boards work well. Affirmations work really, really well. We can go to affirmations on a different day. But put those goals up or those dreams up so you can see them every day. So you kind of know where you want to go. And if they don't serve you, rip it off, tear it off, put something new on top of that. Now create that big picture and then work your way back until we get to, we'll say, a year. And then you kind of know what you need to do to kind of get yourself to that goal, or at least push you in that direction. So those big goals, they're your GPS, your end location, like your Google Maps, kind of saying, I need to go home, that's home, and it creates a route for you. Now, obviously, there might be some roadblocks along the way. There might be some roadblocks, some speed bumps, your car might break down. But these are all, that's life. It's life, that's how we work day to day. It's how you heal. That's why for people here, they expect to get well really, really quickly, but reality is they go all over the show before they get up to that nice high point through there. So, work your way down to the year, then I want you guys, I wrote this down because I always tend to forget the 6 P's. I always miss one. Make the goals for the 6 P's of your life. So there's purpose, so your purpose in life. Personal, so all your personal goals, more true to you, internal, innate. Professional, so job, career. People, so this is a big one. I feel like a lot of people forget, is relationships with their loved ones, kids, parents, family, people you come in contact with on the road, people you haven't even met yet. What are your goals in meeting them, talking to them, how you want to be perceived as well? That's kind of the intention along with that as well. Prosperity, so financial or whatever you coin the term for prosperity for you. And play, so like getting a jet ski or getting a new coffee machine or getting a new bike or something really, really cool, like a really cool floral headband. So figure out the 6 P's that you want for your year, and then I want you to break it down to how you're going to get to that. So 12-week cycle. So what do you need to do for 12 weeks in order to push yourself in that direction? And it doesn't have to be a big chunk. You can just be something little, very little. For me, personally, played a lot of lacrosse growing up, was quite active, and since going to uni, actually moving country really, to New Zealand when I did my chiropractic degree, kind of fell off the bandwagon of activity. Just focused on study and friends, and probably, when I was young, too much partying, and now coming over here, starting a new business and starting a family, it's easy to forget. And this is the one intention I want to put on this year's intention of getting back into that active self and Yeah, so these first 12 weeks, I kind of made a goal for myself to, once this new gym that we're going to called REVL, really cool guy, Josh, comes into here, he just is opening up that, so I'm making at least a 12-week goal to see how we go with that, and kind of work my way forward from there. So that's kind of what you kind of want to do. So that for me, that'll be at least twice a week, nothing more, even if it's just going for 5 minutes. That's what my plan is. Even though they're group classes, so that doesn't really work. It'll be at least going for 2 classes a week. So once you figure out your goals for the 12 weeks, now I want you to pick only 2 to 6 max for those, because you don't want to overboard your schedule. You'll find you'll get a lot more done if you don't overload it through there. So figure out what you need to do, your goals, and then figure out the tasks you need to do to kind of reach that goal itself. So if the goal is to lose, let's say lose 8 kilos, because losing weight's a really big, popular one throughout the goals setting period, especially for the new year. Figure out what you need to do. So what is it like? Go for a walk every day, or go for a walk 3 times a week, or go to the gym 3 times a week, or eat 90% really well, and then kind of plan that out. Schedule that into your schedule for those 3 months, so you know exactly when you're going to do it. This will help you be prepared for it, and kind of once it's in that schedule, if you're like me, you kind of have to do it because it's in there. So it's kind of keeping you accountable to doing that as well. So figure out the tasks that you need to do to kind of push you towards that, and just focus on the tasks. Don't focus on the end result. Focus on the tasks that will get you there, because the end result will come. If it takes more than 12 weeks, that's fine. You're still going to get to that point. You just kind of, if you're doing these positive habitual tasks, it'll be really good. Another book for you guys to read as well is Atomic Habits, if you haven't read that. Kind of goes in a bit more detail with proper habits and kind of goal setting through that way as well. Now, plan out the tasks that you need to do for the 12 weeks, and then at the end of it, if you reach your goal, hooray. Don't just let it sit at the wayside. As soon as you reach your goal, I need you to reward yourself. Now, you may not like this, but you're gonna have to. You're gonna feel uncomfortable probably doing it, because we don't usually reward ourselves for doing something. For a lot of people, they think that the goal is the reward. The goal is not the reward. The goal is what you wanted to achieve. The reward is kind of celebrating yourself for achieving that goal. This helps your neurology realize that you did something successful, and it'll kind of create more habits for you through there. So reward yourself with something where you feel like it's going to, whenever you look at it, whenever you touch it, remind you that you achieved a goal, and now continually wire your neurology to think that you're successful, and you continue to be doing things in a more successful manner. And it's kind of a flow-on effect from there, and it's really, really great. I hated doing it initially because it didn't feel like I was doing anything, but now that I'm doing it, I tell you, it's I can't really explain it, but it's nice. It's nice. Yeah, so that's how you can reward your neurology. Yeah, so big things I want everyone to kind of focus on. I know I kind of rambled on a little bit through this video, but I want you to focus on creating intention for at least 12 weeks. Creating goals, 2 goals. Pick 2 goals to do for the next 12 weeks, and then plan the tasks that you need to do for those 12 weeks to kind of push you forward. If you hit your goal, reward yourself. If you're not a goal rewarding, if you don't like rewards yourself, maybe do something in a negative manner. Say you normally get a coffee at your local cafe every day. Say if you don't hit your reward, you can't have that coffee until the next goal is met. Some people work better that way, kind of a negative way. So I've done that a few times. Doesn't really work for me, but I've heard of a few people that does work with as well. Yeah, reward yourself. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna be doing this every Monday, so please let me know what you guys want to hear. Let me know what you want to call this thing, Magical Mondays, Magnificent Mondays, whatever you want, and we'll name it. But yeah, have a great day and have a great first week in January.